You are not alone if you feel overwhelmed by artificial intelligence. Developers can't stop talking about how generative AI could transform the way we code. CEOs too can't stop talking about it. AI-related discussion on earnings calls has gone vertical recently. Despite all of the hype and hope around AI, one business recently managed to talk for almost 2 hours in a global presentation without mentioning AI once, despite the fact that the influence of AI was pervasive in the items on display. Apple is that corporation. What is Apple's new addition in AI? According to Bloomberg, Apple has developed its own generative artificial intelligence technologies to compete with ChatGPT. According to Bloomberg, citing unnamed sources, Apple created its own framework for creating massive language models called AJAX, as well as a chatbot service called Apple GPT by internal programmers. It is part of Apple's bid to compete in the AI space. Generated artificial intelligence chatbots, such as OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Bard, rely on large language models. Microsoft also debuted an AI-powered Bing search earlier this year that uses ChatGPT. But Apple has yet to launch anything comparable. Apple is employing an internal chatbot to help employees prototype future features, summarize text, and answer questions based on data it has been trained with, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. Apple hasn't decided what it intends to do with its Apple GPT chatbot project on the customer side, but Gurman's article gave some information on its internal chatbot uses. What is Apple's official position on the new AI? According to the newsletter, Apple is looking into methods to expand the usage of generative AI across its business, with one option being to give the technology to Apple Care support workers to help customers dealing with challenges. That won't happen anytime soon, as Apple and its CEO Tim Cook are well aware of the chatbot's tendency to get things wrong, noting in a May earnings call that there are a number of issues that need to be sorted when it comes to AI. Apple's AI plans are likely to be considerably more thoughtful than those of Google, Microsoft, and other companies who can't seem to get generative AI into their products fast enough. Nonetheless, Bloomberg claimed this week that Apple will make a significant AI-related announcement next year. The warning is understandable. Companies such as Apple and Samsung have reportedly instructed their employees not to use chatbots due to the risk of leaked information, and their hallucinations that produce false information can be disastrous, as it was for a lawyer who used ChatGPT to create a brief full of completely fabricated cases. However, Apple must still respond to other companies' initiatives in the AI sector. Meta recently announced that Microsoft's Azure platform will use Meta's sort of open-source LLM Llama 2, and Samsung is still looking for ways to embed AI into its own devices. Apple has so far avoided the hype train, even as it adds more machine learning features to its devices on a regular basis. But its 2018 hiring of former Google AI head John Giannandrea to lead the company's machine learning efforts indicates that the company is serious about wading into the uncertain waters of generative AI, even if it has been mostly quiet about it. Let's take a look at Apple and its research in AI. Apple is not a newcomer to artificial intelligence. With Siri and other less obvious or audible ways, the corporation has integrated AI into its products. Not unexpectedly, Apple has been hiring AI expertise for a long time, and such hiring has recently become more visible. The company features an AI-focused careers page with the banner, "Machine Learning and AI, the work is innovative. It's a magical experience." Apple reveals the secret to how it employs AI on that page. The people working here in machine learning and AI are building amazing experiences into every Apple product, allowing millions to do what they never imagined. In other words, their focus is on how customers interact with AI rather than on the AI itself. This has long been Apple's strategy: integrate technology into a customer's experience without making it the focus of that encounter. The technology is designed to be virtually unnoticeable. Apple has failed if you haven't noticed. Apple frequently referred to AI as magic on stage at its annual Worldwide Developers Conference. The word appeared 13 times. Apple, like other firms, tends to abuse the term magic. Apple executive Alan Dye enthused over the new Apple Vision Pro, saying, "It's remarkable and it feels like magic." He didn't need to delve into the specifics of the AI and other technology that powers that magic. The experience is important, not the components. This is a valuable lesson for any business. First, while GenAI is currently the IT technology, it is not necessarily the best strategy. Long before GenAI became the hot issue, it was widely accepted that regression analysis or other methodologies should be a company's first port of call before boarding the machine learning bus. More recently, an industry analyst underlined that you can use LLM for many things, but if your output is structured data rather than unstructured, it can be a very inefficient way to do it. It's an intriguing issue because some of the GenAI services being rolled out by cloud suppliers have already been done using specialized models, which have shown to be far more efficient than GenAI. According to the analyst, developers are captivated by GenAI because it's probabilistic in nature. It is not looking for the one true solution, but rather a logical solution given patterns in the training data. That can be beneficial, but it is similar to searching without indexes. It's not scalable. This is not to imply that GenAI is a negative thing. It simply isn't good or best for a variety of usage situations. In some circumstances, traditional inference works better. Inference is a technique for teaching AI to recognize patterns in data and then comparing new data to those patterns. Again, GenAI is all about making things that look like the data in the LLM, producing freshly produced data that is logical but not always correct. Both are intriguing, but neither is necessarily the best instrument. Second, regardless of which approach to AI a firm takes, the AI should never be the focal point. AI is a tool, not an end in itself. As Apple demonstrated, it is possible to sell an AI-infused vision without making AI the primary focus of the pitch. Nobody cares how cool the AI is, they're concerned with the end outcome. So, selling the AI experience rather than the AI itself is what you can call the Apple policy. Let us take a look at in-device AI in Apple products. Apple's future vision includes powerful handheld devices capable of conducting their own machine learning on datasets collected via their own array of sensors. This plainly contradicts the notion of a future dominated by cloud computing and low-power terminals typically advocated by other IT corporations. This entails running machine learning algorithms directly on their devices, which are equipped with powerful central processing units or graphics processing unit processors. One recent example is the creation of the neural engine within the iPhone X devices. It's a specially developed processor that performs the neural net calculations required for deep learning. This speeds up operations like Face ID login camera features that help users shoot better photos or add goofy effects, augmented reality, and battery life management. Running machine learning on devices can also be much faster than waiting for data from the cloud to be returned before insights can be actionable.